Delivered. Walter on the phone from Miami. Hello, Walter.
Hey guys, hi Pat and Leo. How are y'all doing?
Excellent. Great. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Let us help you.
I just had a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm building a new computer, and I was wanting to know if the performance of DDR RAM is worth the money.
On your video card, you mean?
Motherboard.
Oh. VRAM on the motherboard.
Wait. VRAM?
DDR.
Or DDR
Oh,
RAM?
DDR. I thought you said VR. I'm sorry. That's a great question.
A 1.2, if you're looking at today's games and applications, say Quake 3, Windstone, what's another one? Name an application, Leo.
Quake 3.
That was good.
And Windstone.
We're professionals here at the Screensavers.
Microsoft
Here's what happens.
something.
With today's code base, a 1.2 gigahertz Athlon with DDR RAM will outrun a 1.4 and 1.5 gigahertz Intel
It's a lot
P4.
faster.
Yes.
Even a faster processor. Let's explain what DDR RAM is. You know, you have memory in your computer, of course, and that's where the computer puts stuff it's working on, programs and data. The faster the memory is, the faster the computer can work. For a long time, RAM was much faster than the processor, so there wasn't an issue. But as processors have gotten faster and faster, over 1 gigahertz, pretty soon the RAM's become the bottleneck, so they've done a lot to speed up RAM, and you've probably heard some of these acronyms, SD-RAM and RAMBus, RD-RAM. Well, the latest, greatest is double data rate RAM.
Yeah.
And the bandwidth, the amount of data that RAM can move is doubled because it reads and writes twice in a single cycle of electricity. So it's twice as fast, twice the bandwidth. And it does apparently make not twice as much. It's not twice as fast in applications.
Not even close to being twice as fast. It'll help an Athlon chip outpace a 1.2 will outpace a 1.5 P4. Not necessarily in all benchmarks, but I'll tell you what. Can you hold on for like maybe 2 weeks on this before you buy this?
Sure.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
He doesn't sound real anxious.
He's like, no, I want to buy it now. We're actually going to be benchmarking UGM. We're going to be looking at basically the DDR. We're going to be looking at the Athlon, the AMD Athlon, the Duron, and the P4 and the P3. We're going to have a mess of benchmark numbers, and you can look at that and say, hey, is it a 2% improvement? Is it a 20% improvement?
That's a good thing. You need those hard numbers.
The other reason to wait a little bit is in the next few weeks, DDR is ramping up in a huge way with some of the releases, some new AMD Athlon processors. And what that's going to do is a bunch more manufacturers have jumped on the bandwagon, a bunch more big companies have jumped on the bandwagon.
Two questions for you about DDR RAM.
Yeah.
Can I use it on any motherboard?
No. You got to use it on a DDR-enabled motherboard, which means a 760 or one of the other new chipsets for the AMDs.
So you have to have a DDR-capable motherboard.
Right.
How much more expensive is DDR than SD-RAM?
I've seen anywhere from, and I was trying to look this up, and we'll try to get something in the show notes. It's now probably maybe a $20 to $30 VIG on a 128 megabyte
That's
stick.
not bad.
That's nothing. Because I remember 6 months ago, a 128 megabyte stick cost twice as much as it does now.
Yeah. And as you say, as they ramp up, it's going to be cheaper still. Hey, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Everything you ever wanted to know about
and more.
DDR, and probably a lot more.
Probably a lot more. Folks, if you want to ask your question on the air and sip from the fire hose that is the Screensavers, give us a call on the telephone at 888-989-7879.
Is that how you got your pants wet?
We can't talk about that on air, Leo.
Sipping from that fire hose before
you promised you wouldn't ask again.
I'm sorry.
All right, send us a fax at 415-437-5869.
There it is. The fax machine.
Woo! Come on, we get a round of applause for the fax machine,
ladies and gentlemen. The hardest working fax machine in show business.
We love it. You know, and it's so humble. Chat with us at the new chat address, techtv.com/chat.
If you are going to the Screensavers room, you'll find all the Screensavers viewers there. But if you have a Netcam, I invite you to go to another room, the Netcam Cineplex. Every Netcam, there they are, the Netcam Cineplex
you gotta come back in here.
Joshua is in there, and with you, Joshua,
This is Kat.
Hi.
Kitty Cat.
Yeah,
are you an intern or an employee, Cat?
Hi.
I think she's a hanger-on.
She's
hanging in
I'm not going anywhere.
She's a group.
She's ludicrosity.
But the chat rooms aren't working today.
Oh, no.
No.
None at all?
So call us on the phone.
Okay, 888-989-7879.
Right.
Say, I want to speak to Kat or Corey. And then when you get on the Netcam, we'll give you a T-shirt, a cap, and a magnetic picture frame, as seen on our refrigerator today. A naked server, as sent to us by Eric in Canada, as opposed to a nude waiter. That's a naked server.
That's cool. I've done that actually. He basically mounted all the components up on a wall.
Oh.
Cooling is great.
Oh, cooling.
And you save the money on a case.
If you want to get your naked pictures on the fridge, send them to the screensavers at techtv.com. Put fridge picture in the subject line. After the break, Scott Harriet. Oh, I'm sorry, this is your line.
No naked pictures, please.
What?
Oh, well. After the break, Scott Harriet is out again, working the streets for you when the Screensavers continues.
I want naked pictures. No naked pictures.